Wait.
Hi, I'm Leah Cerulli, and welcome to my TED Talk. Today I'll be talking about homophobia in India. In April 2018, a teenage student from a reputed girls' school in Golapuram, Chennai, typed out a long answer to a question on the first crush you've had on a social media site. Just that in this case, the first crush happened to be a girl classmate. Soon, a couple of other girls from her class had taken a screenshot and started circulating it. The girl was teased, ridiculed, and labeled. Worse, several teachers of the school got to know about the post and allegedly censured and verbally abused the girl, even calling her a prostitute. This is an example of what people in India do to people who identify as part of the LGBTQ community. Not only do they harass and abuse these people, but their government made being a member of the community illegal with a section of the Constitution called Section 377. Section 377 is the part of the Indian Constitution that criminalizes homosexuality. In 1861, it was introduced by the British. In 2001, the Naus Foundation made a petition against it and took it to the High Court. 2003 came, and with it was the High Court dismissing the petition. But in 2009, the Supreme Court overruled the High Court's order and decriminalized homosexuality. Think it ends there, right? Wrong. In 2012, homosexuality was criminalized again, and members of the LGBTQ community were forced back into the closet. In 2018, the High Court began hearing petitions against 377, so progress is still being made. The law says directly, whoever voluntarily has carnal intercourse against the order of nature with any man, woman, or animal shall be punished with imprisonment for life or with imprisonment of either description for term, which may extend to 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Indian people believe that the order of nature is men being with women and vice versa, and no other way than that. That belief is called heteronormativity. There has been formal discrimination against members of the LGBTQ community for a very long time, and the discrimination doesn't just end at the law. It is prominent even in schools. As stated by the example at the beginning, there have even been many cases of suicide because of being harassed by kids for being as they are. Do you think it just stops at things like jokes and sniggers? Nope. Even some of the teachers get in on it. This is a direct quote from an article about the event mentioned at the beginning of this TED Talk. The situation was aggravated when news reached the principal. Not just the student herself, but several others from the same class alleged that the principal actually asked her to go kill herself. Incidentally, that is exactly what her best friend, the other girl who had been named in the post, did. She had reportedly been severely depressed since the time the two of them started being bullied, and maligned over that one social media post, and in this most tragic turn in this entire chain of events, she committed suicide. As you can see, this kind of discrimination doesn't just end at jokes. There is a high punishment for being a member of the community as well, lifetime prison at highest. During my research, I found a first-hand encounter of a man named Arif Jafar, an outwardly gay man in India who was put in jail for 47 days. When he was arrested, police told the court that Mr. Jafar and his colleagues were part of a conspiracy to promote homosexuality. The men's repeated pleas for bail were rejected and ignored. Mr. Jafar alleges that he and his colleagues were singled out for torture and humiliation by some police officers because of their revulsion for homosexuality. Through this research, I have found the members of the LGBTQ community in India have been treated horribly, and it needs to end. You can help by raising awareness, even in your own school. This doesn't just happen in India, it happens everywhere. And it needs to stop. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.